Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your May monthly reading. This is May 2025. I'm going to pull 4 cards and clarify as much as we have to. Please feel free to swap the energies, as well as feel free to share the video with anyone who you feel like might benefit from the message in this reading. As we know, our energies can be intertwined with people that are connected to us, caring for us from afar. So, on that note, my dear, we are going to get your cards pulled. Thank you, Spirit. First card out for Cancer. And for the new people, thank you. And thank you all, really, for liking, subscribing, and sharing. Algorithms always changing, making things a bit more challenging. But we are continuing to grow this channel. My readings are direct, so I do get to the point. Sometimes they can be a bit triggering, but I certainly will put some sort of warning indicator in the title. Okay, my dear. First card out for Cancer is the 8 of Pentacles. Second card for you. Three of Wands. Third card. 6 of Cups. And your fourth card, my dear. Fourth card for Cancer is the Tower. Some of you guys could have actually been in a straight up long distance relationship. Okay. 8 of Pentacles is time dedicated, time spent perfecting. It is time invested learning a craft. Regardless, it is a timing card. It is advancing almost to the 9 of Pentacles. Here we are with the 3 of Wands. Waiting for your ships to come in, waiting for, some sort of results, again, from something that you have. Sorry, I gotta put lotion on my hands are dry. I'm always washing my hands. But some sort of pending expectations. Okay, pending expectations for work you've put in, pending expectations for some results you're expecting. Okay, and then we have the 6 of Cups here. This is, to me, another sort of timing, but yet connected with a soulmate, connected with some sort of kindred spirit, connected with somebody that you know for quite some time, either in a past life or in certain circumstances, just a long time friend. Okay, this could also stand for family, again, going back for a certain amount of time. And then we have the Tower, which is destabilizing. Then we have the Tower, which is a sudden realization, event, unexpected, or finally, arriving. So arriving could stand for coming to a conclusion. Arriving could be, okay, I have made a final decision. Arriving could be, I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on, and then all of a sudden I'm in the grocery store and I have the light bulb moment. So it's a sudden event. Regardless, it is it's not really a pleasant occurrence, happenstance. It's eye-opening. It's makes you a bit. It changes the course of things, either the course of your thinking process, decision you were going to make, or action you were going to take. So let's find out why this expectation is taking a sudden turn for the month of May. And it looks like it is happening towards the end of the month, or, yeah, to me it looks like the end of the month. It looks like we have been sort of expecting this. We've been collaborating, doing our part on our end, in with the understanding that we're going to bring this together, and then lo and behold, the rug gets pulled from under your feet. So let's take a look here. Let's clarify for you, dear. And sometimes it's not a bad thing, especially if this person proves to be a flake in the end. You know, somebody who is inconsistent, somebody who says things without any follow through. So we don't want to put all our eggs in that sort of basket. So even though it may feel like a bit of a Band-Aid being ripped off towards the end of the month, a little bit of a disappointment, to me, it's something to celebrate because it stops the time spent with or on this person who ultimately is not going to be worth it, worth your energy, worth your input and contribution. Let's clarify the 8 of Pentacles for Cancer. And don't forget, like I said, you know, we all go through similar things. That's why we support one another on this channel. We know somebody who, hey, we were supposed to be, I hear it on TV all the time, we were supposed to be saving up to get married and he was going to come from Egypt. And no, this person was telling one person this and one person that to get their income, send them money for a plane ticket or whatever, and the whole thing was a scam. There's all sorts of rubbish out there that cause people to waste time and hopefully not resources. But that's why I said, if this can be exposed sooner rather than later, hooray. Clarifying the 8 of Pentacles for Cancer. Appreciate it, Spirit. Appreciate the heads up. 8 of Pentacles is clarified by Justice. So this was something that we were supposed to be doing together. This was something that we were supposed to be growing for the future. This looks like two people that are not, I feel like they're not even in the same country. But it could just be a long distance relationship with the idea of maybe legalizing it one day, with the idea of becoming life partners, turning this into a family situation. Something that we thought we were working on at opposite ends of the table to bring it together. Clarifying the 3 of Wands for Cancer. And of course, the Moon card wanted to flip out. If it wants to come out, it certainly will. Clarifying the 3 of Wands for Cancer. And the 3 of Wands, again, clarified by the 4 of Pentacles. That thing, that security, that foundation, that let's build this together for our future. 4 of Pentacles is also a future security card. It is a future planning, foundation, planting card. Can be selfish, can be hoarding at times, but in this instance, we were waiting for our ships to come in because this was the idea. The idea was to build something of stability together, to go into the future together. One moment. Okay, let's clarify the 6 of Cups for Cancer. Six of Cups is clarified by Judgment. So this person obviously is in your life for a reason, okay? And we all know that these reasons come with lessons or blessings, you know? And sometimes one can be wrapped up in both experiences there. whatever unfolds with this person was meant to unfold this way. Is supposed to be a part of your path in life. So as stated, it could be a lesson that you are about to learn, which, you know, it occurs with anyone, even if the person does, for some people, if you are with somebody who upholds and honors their commitment, there's still plenty of lessons that are going to occur within that time spent together, within that relationship. So this here is a life learning moment. Clarifying the Tower. With Judgment here, there's no getting around this one. These events are supposed to occur. So if it is superbly disappointing, just know that this was one of the things that you had to go through. This was one of the life lessons. Okay. Clarifying the Tower for Cancer. And the Tower is clarified. Look at this shit. The look at this shit card. The Tower is clarified by the 8 of Cups. So as stated, like from the beginning, before all of these clarifications started, something is going to occur to where the plans that we thought we were investing in for the future, for future security, for our relationship, waiting for our ships to come in, the saving that we were doing, the career advancement that we were doing, because we thought it was going to be done together, pardon me, because we thought it was going to be done together with the idea, we talked about it, that this is what we're going to do. This is a great place to live and work and play. You know, we had all of these fun conversations, did all of this exciting research for something to happen. So a Tower could also be a sudden argument. Okay, a Tower could also be something that is destabilizing, and in this case, I feel like it doesn't have to be permanent. It does not have to be permanent, but there will be some sort of separation. There will be some sort of pause in the plans, and hopefully Spirit can give us a heads up as to, is this going to be a temporary or permanent going in a different direction? Because the 8 of Cups is clarifying the Tower. So after this event, which I feel like it's a blow up, it's an argument, we'll see. I don't think it's a discovery of sorts. I think with Judgment here, somebody's going to show their true colors. Somebody's going to start sort of backpedaling. And then it's like, hold up, wait a minute, where is this coming from? Now all of a sudden we're rushing. We've been preparing for this for, 3 years. Now all of a sudden we're rushing. How long should it take? The preparation phase. Like, get out of here. So the rubbish sort of bubbles up. And it stems from definitely a place of immaturity. So I don't know if this person is getting cold feet or what, but it is going to be showing itself as some sort of pattern in their life. And like I said, feel free to swap the energies. I am relaying the strongest spirit that is coming through to me. So it is going to display itself as some sort of life pattern. I don't even know if they have this tendency to get cold feet, this tendency to bolt when things start getting a bit serious in their minds. This could be, it really does feel like a long distance sort of relationship, and people really go 100% into these online relationships. And I don't understand, like, you've never met somebody, you talk to them by computer text. Most of the time it's computer. And all of a sudden you're in love. In love with what? Like, how do you feel like you know somebody? You know what they've designed for you to know, curated for you to know through typing and this, that, and the other. You don't know if they're a slob, if they shower, if they have good hygiene, if they are rude to the waiter. Like, there's so many things that it takes for you to observe physically in the flesh for you to know somebody. And even after years, you don't really know somebody. So, I don't know. I feel like this person had expectations from afar. And yeah, they were probably led on for a certain extent. One moment. All right, sorry, brief interruption. So as I was saying, it's hard to know anyone on nowadays on just a normal, quote unquote, normal traditional circumstance, let alone the introduction of relationship by online means. So let's continue to clarify for you, dear. Clarifying the Eight of Pentacles right next to the Justice card for Cancer. And that's clarified. You guys, I hope my hands are in the frame because I can't make this up at all. That's clarified by the Nine of Swords here. Clarifying the Three of Wands. So it's now we're looking back. Now things are starting to, oh yeah, well, he never or she never really did commit through just normal stuff that you'd expect to hear. They never really led the conversation or came up with anything. Kind of like thinking back, like every suggestion was my suggestion. Otherwise, they had been at the other end of this conversation, with nothing significant to offer in terms of planning and the excitement and the normal giddiness that you would feel. It's like everything is revealing itself in hindsight. And that's what we're having here. That's what we're seeing here with the Nine of Swords. Clarifying the Three of Wands for Cancer. Right next to the Four of Pentacles, my dear. Thank you for this heads up, Spirit. And that's clarified. This was the plan. This was the plan. The future security, the future planning, the foundation, the life partner plan. Waiting for that to happen because we worked for it, we planned for it, we saved for it. We're waiting for it to happen. That was the expectation through our conversations and, good mornings and good nights. Keeping in touch and trying to maintain and hold on to a long distance relationship, all in the hopes of our plans coming to fruition. This was the plan. Clarifying the Six of Cups for Cancer. Right next to Judgment. And that's clarified by Confucius, by the Seven of Cups. Now all of a sudden, we have destabilization. Now all of a sudden, we have the cold feet, as stated. Now all of a sudden, pardon me, I have a little fur baby that likes my attention. So here we are with the cold feet, as we stated. Here we are with the, oh wait, what? I mean, slow down. We're going from Six of Cups to Seven of Cups. So this confusion, this all of a sudden throwing things into the mixture that was never planned, and it's intentional. This is behavior pattern, as we stated. We got 6, 7, 8 in our cups here. The only cups on the table. This is due to this person's inability to commit, is what I'm feeling. And their inability to commit is coming from it really is stemming from just cold feet. Once it gets close to whatever it is that they're planning on doing, then all of a sudden they start throwing other things into the conversation that were never discussed, that could have had plenty of time to be discussed. And I really want to know, is this not only a pattern of cold feet, is it intentional? You know, sometimes people don't know that they have a tendency to do those things until it's brought to their attention. But this person, this is their ingrained behavior. But is it ingrained because it's a scam, or is it ingrained because it's something that they do without even realizing it? Do they leave people at altars, so to speak, metaphorically? So, clarifying the Tower right next to the Eight of Cups for Cancer. And that's clarified. Look at this shit. And we just stated, do they leave people at the altar? Is it intentional? This is, unfortunately, you know, the result of this mass confusion. This shaky behavior does trigger this argument. I don't know if they intentionally start something to ruin the plans or what, but somebody's thinking back and looking back, and what do they call it? Things are looking like, in hindsight, like, oh shit, I can't believe I fell for that, or of course, now it makes sense. As stated, I was the only person making the plans. I was the only person sort of coming up with ideas and timelines and ran away with the plan, while this person sort of just went along with it. So the realization of it all starts coming, or starts playing out in your mind. And this is unfortunate. One thing that I will ask Spirit for is to see, is this a permanent separation, or is this a temporary argument, halt on things? And then on that note, this was underneath. So let's take a look. Sometimes Spirit will shut me down if I'm going too far. But even though this is sensitive, I think we deserve to ask. But you know, if I was a close friend, I would not recommend trying to do anything permanent with a person of this sort. Judgment is here with it. Like, I don't think there's supposed to be anything permanent with this person. I think this is a life lesson. A life lesson through this Six of Cups here. A life lesson through this Justice card. And the Nine of Swords. Clarifying the time and the expectation invested in this plan with this person. So unfortunately, I feel like it is going to be permanent. But let's see. Let's pull a couple of cards over here. Is the Tower permanent? Is the Eight of Cups a permanent separation from this plan? Is this person running and leaving somebody metaphorically at the altar of these plans? Thank you, Spirit. Six of Wands. And the World card. This person seems to be definitely in a pattern. They may have had other people during this time, other contacts that they have been communicating with. This person could be like we said, some sort of serial leader honor. The Six of Wands likes quite a few people admiring them, is used to that. Here we have the World card indicating a global presence. That global presence could be way of having multiple people at the end of that computer, romancing people online, quite a few people. This could be found out, and that's what triggers this life lesson. This person could be having all of these options and it's found out through the Tower. Therefore, one of these people in the Eight of Cups, and it doesn't necessarily have to be the offender leaving. It could be the one who was slighted, which would be an amazing lesson when you take things into your own hands and protect your own future. Let's pull one more card right next to the World card. Thank you, Spirit. So this is a terrific heads up, even though it comes with a life lesson. Temperance. Temperance has been all over the place, like forgive yourself. You know, forgive yourself. I really want to say that, and the question was, is this permanent or is it temporary? The World card could also stand for a completion of a cycle. And I feel like this is going to be permanent because there's a need to heal. There's a need to forgive. This Temperance card isn't, well, just hang in there and go back to the con artist. No. This feels like a permanent rupture with the Tower, rupture of the plans. These are the only pentacles on the table, Eight of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. And we're rolling out from the collaboration. That was the plan in the Three of Pentacles. The collaboration has been destroyed by the Tower. So the answer to the question was, is this permanent separation? It is. And we're sorry, you know, that it unfolded the way it does, but we're glad that no more time will be wasted on a con artist, on somebody who's a flake, you know, and Temperance is here. We'll get over it. Just forgive yourself. You're not the con artist. You're the one with the good character. It is them. And people fall for it because if somebody's making promises and you haven't given me a reason to not believe you, I am going to believe you. I am going to give you the benefit of the doubt. You're supposed to be my significant other. That's the way it goes. Who's going to want to be meeting somebody, marrying somebody that you don't trust coming out the gate? It doesn't work like that. Usually you trust somebody, you're in love with them, and you believing in the plans that you're making together, you know, and you're working towards that. So it's just unfortunate, but very fortunate at the same time. All right, Cancer. So we're here for you, dear. Love you. Thank you so much for letting me share. I'll see you later.